What up? What's happening? Welcome back to the new channel. What's the new channel called? Knights of Christ Training Academy, baby. Go get it. What's up? Love that name. Man, thank you. And by the way, JR, I'm sending out your ammo Monday. I got your label right here. It's all boxed up, ready to go. You got your 150 rounds of 9mm and you got your 250 rounds of 5.56 coming your way. And to the other guys who ordered ammo, your ammo's coming too. Leave it on the same day, and that's Monday. May the Lord bless you and be with you all of your days, you guys. And man, this is a great day. It's Saturday. To my sweetheart, Tatiana, sorry about earlier, but I'm not sorry. I'll ask more questions, sweetheart. Gentlemen, men, treat your woman right. Sometimes we can be a little snappy. Sometimes we can be jerks. But you know what? We gotta you gotta suck it up. We're not women, all right? We don't treat women like men, and women don't treat men like women. So we just gotta suck it up a little bit and do what they want. And you know what? At the end of the day, you're a happy man. Anyways, okay, welcome to the Knights of Christ Training Academy. Look, I got something for you guys. And basically what this is all you're gonna ever need, in my opinion, is a couple guns. I don't believe in this elaborate, huge room full of guns, okay? I do believe that there's one rifle that's gonna be your go-to rifle, and then there's one pistol that's gonna be your go-to pistol. There's a lot of accessories you can buy for your guns. A lot of it's just crazy, overwhelming stuff, and you can just sink right into it and just dive and trick out your gun with every single thing. You could trick out every gun with a laser. You could trick out every gun with an aim point, whatever. To be honest with you, you don't really need all that stuff. If you're on a budget, dude, I get it. You can't afford all this high-tech aim point stuff, you know. This is one of my my SBRs. I love this thing. This thing's freaking sweet. And plus I got the Crye Precision clip on here. I love this rifle. This thing, I can't wait till they get rid of the NFA. Man, it's so stupid to even have it, right? But the aim points, they're kind of expensive. You know, I've got that, and then I've got this Comp M4. This is an older Comp M4 aim point. The battery's still good in this thing, man. I've had this thing since, dude, like 2010. And the battery, actually, it's dead. I must have left it on too high. But this thing has standed the test of time, man. This thing still puts out a good dot. I mean, look how big the battery compartment is. This thing's huge. I even think the Comp M5s, no, those are smaller now. The Comp M5s are smaller. I have one of those on my go-to rifle. But anyway, aim point's just pretty expensive. Seems a little dusty. And you know what? The Surefire stuff too. You don't need the Surefire lights. I've got that thing on here just because I didn't have anything else to put it on. You know, it looks kind of stupid, but it gets the job done. I'm not really tripping on it. So, you know, basically I mean, you could add some stuff to this, you could. But to be dead honest with you, man, unless you're breaching, you don't really need like a shotgun. If you want a shotgun, fine, go get one. But for home defense, you know, if you're out in public, you see a bunch of people doing whatever, you know, a woman being attacked, whatever, you're gonna wanna get to your AR-15, not your pistol. If the pistol's all you got in your truck, your car, whatever, rock it, dude, whatever. I hope you're a good shot. So I'm basically just gonna go over just the bare essentials of what you need. Let's get real, man. Not everybody can afford night vision. Not everybody can afford thermal. And you know what? At the end of the day, are you really gonna need it? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it just depends. You know, you could get in a pretty hairy situation at night, and when you got nods, it's a completely different ball game. So would I recommend nods? 100%. Would I recommend thermal? 100%. Dude, there's nothing like thermal, man. Thermal is a step up from night vision in a different way. Night vision you can see everything at night, right? And thermal, you can see everything during the day and at night, but it only picks up heat signatures, right? It's not, you can't see tree details. Like with night vision, you can see all the details, especially if you've got good tubes. You can see a lot of details with your night vision. If you've got good white phos nods, man, you got good tubes on those, like Elbit tubes, dude, you can see very, very clear, man. And when you tune those things in the way that you want them, man, you can see just about everything, and it's really, really, really nice. I don't really recommend the monocular. I recommend dual tubes, just because, I mean, the depth perception thing and the seeing out with one eye, I'm just not a big fan of it. Some guys like it, some guys don't. So, you know, that being said, whatever. Do what you want. So the bare essentials, okay. The bare essentials would be something like, you know, you could pick up an AK for 500 bucks, 600 bucks. This is a Zastava Arms AK-47. I painted this myself. It actually came out pretty good, you guys. I did a video on this. It came out spectacular. But this is kind of like this is just a bare rifle. It's got just the iron sights on it. It's got just a magazine, and it's got the stock that I put on it, super cheap stock. It is considered an SBR, but now it's considered a pistol. Well, it was an SBR. Now it's considered a pistol because I got the stupid pistol brace on there. But this is your bare essential stuff. You know, and if you can't afford to rock an aim point on this thing, you don't really need it, dude. Just get very good at those iron sights. You know, just practice this stuff in your house. Both eyes open. You know, move around. You don't need to get crazy with these things. I forgot to take some of this tape off. You know, you can get by with not much, okay? So, God, man, I just really screwed up leaving all this tape on here. Oh, I'll get it off later. One last piece. Okay, so if you're in the market for an aim point or whatever, an EOTech to put on this thing, I don't really recommend EOTechs, but if you want to rock them, man, go ahead. But this is your standard rifle. It's nothing fancy. It can get the job done, all right? Do you need an aim point? No. Should you have an aim point? Yeah, you should. Because look, you're pointing the dot at something and you're probably gonna hit it. The iron sights, especially on the AK, they are a little difficult. So your natural line of sight down the bore of this rifle, you know, you could do your CQB clearing, you could just go like this, and if it's straight, you're probably gonna hit something. You don't necessarily have to aim. Some guys don't. Some guys just use their natural line of sight down the bore of the rifle, down the barrel of the rifle, and that's fine. But I do recommend, if you're trying to make a good shot, you know, maybe get an aim point or whatever, an optic for your rifle. So anyways, that being said, that's your standard stuff. Okay, and what I got here is, this is a Pelican case. I picked this thing up for about 400, 500 bucks on Amazon, and I can fit a nice size rifle in there and a couple pistols, a bunch of magazines, a bunch of cool stuff. I could probably even fit my, actually no, I can't fit my night vision just because of my helmet, but it can fit a lot of cool stuff. So the bare essentials with a rifle, with an AR-15, would be minus this aim point and minus this Surefire, and just get backup iron sights. Just have your M-bus here, one in the front, one in the back, and just a standard stock. You know what, you don't need a fancy stock. I know there's all these companies out there who are giving you, you know, we got this stock, this new stock, and this is pretty cool, and you can fit 800 batteries in this stock. Wow, look at it. You know, all that stuff is cool, whatever. That's all it is cool, okay? I mean, there's all kinds of fun stuff you could do with these rifles, but at the end of the day, are you really gonna need all of that extra weight? Are you really gonna need to swap out your batteries in a gunfight? Are you really gonna need to do all that? Man, probably not. Is it good to have extra? Sure it is. And it's a smart thing to have extra, okay? I'm not saying you have to have this stuff, but your standard rifle will be a basic rail, just like this, okay? This is like an older Centurion rail, super old. I don't hardly ever use this rifle. This was actually the very first lower that I had on an AR-15 ever. And this was actually given to me by a good friend of mine at LMS Defense a long time ago. I did some work for him, and he hooked me up with a whole rifle when you could actually give rifles to people and not have to do any paperwork. Pretty rad. I don't know why the legislature changed that crap here, but it was a really crappy move. You used to be able to just sell guns, trade guns, whatever, no paperwork. It was pretty rad. So anyways, I'm not much for restrictions on guns. I don't like restrictions. I believe that we should have kind of whatever we want. If you want full auto, dude, go ahead, have full auto. If you want whatever, the basic, have basic, man. But we should have the freedom to not have an NFA, not have all this crap, pay all this taxes. It's just a game, right? All this stuff's a game. In order to have an SBR, you gotta pay a tax. So you gotta play the game, you gotta pay the tax. It's just a bunch of crap, dude. It's all about money making, and taking away your rights is all it is. So I say we get rid of the tax and get rid of the NFA and all that stuff and be able to go buy a suppressor. And listen, a suppressor is not a silencer. It's not super quiet, dude. It is not quiet. It has a crack to it that hurts. I'm just telling you, if you've got tinnitus like I do and you're shooting a suppressed AR-15 or a 308, it's still loud, dude. It's still loud. Stand next to your bro and have him shoot a suppressed AR-15. It's still loud. Do you have to wear hearing protection? No, I do. I do it anyways. So the whole idea of it's a silencer, dude, it's not a silencer. It's a suppressor. It suppresses a little bit of the sound. That's it, okay? So get that off your head, you guys that aren't too sure about, oh, dude, I saw a guy with a silencer shoot up a Tesla. You know, dude, it's not a silencer, it's a suppressor, and it's not quiet. You can hear it pretty clear, and you know, it's a very distinct sound. You just hear it, right? So anyways, standard AR-15 is gonna have just a basic rail. You can even have one of the cheap Magpul rails, or if you get on Palmetto State Armory, you can just check out their AR-15s stock. It has a standard Magpul, and maybe it's a carbine length, small, short gas system, or actually a little bit of a longer gas system, about right here. Your carbine length is about right here. Your carbine length gas system, I think, is about 6-7 inches or something like that. And so you'll have a 16-inch barrel. You know, and probably those are the cheapest, actually not cheapest, I don't like using that word. The most inexpensive rifle is gonna be a carbine length 16-inch, and they'll run just fine from Palmetto State, whatever. And just make sure it comes with some iron sights. If you can't afford an optic, you know, dude, people are running out of money, man. People are running out of cash. And hopefully it's only a matter of time until Trump puts no tax on $150,000 or less. If you make 150 grand or less, you will be paying no tax. What better way would there to be than to get an economy that's turning into shreds? How rad would it be to pay no tax for the next 4, 5, 8 years for making $150,000 or less? That would kickstart everything. That would send the middle class parabolic into something absolutely phenomenal. That's called the golden age that he's talking about. Whether you like him or hate him, I don't care. It's not my business to like or hate somebody. Do I dislike some people? Absolutely. Do some people dislike me? Absolutely. Whatever. It doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't matter to me. So regardless of what you think, if you want to pay more taxes, send more money to the IRS. If you want to pay more taxes, go ahead and send it. No one cares, dude. If you're gonna cry and complain about taxes not being high enough, go ahead and send in more money, man. I don't care. No one else cares. If you wanna do it, go ahead and send your cash in. But I guarantee you, you're not gonna send your cash in because you don't wanna pay more taxes, but you want everybody else to pay more taxes. It's a crap game. And I'm not getting into it. Anyway, I went off on a rant. So your standard rifle, 500 bucks without an optic, basic sights. You know, you're probably not gonna have an upgraded charging handle either, okay? You're probably not gonna get a BCM gunfighter charging handle. Your standard AR-15 is just gonna be stock stuff. And if you're lucky, from Palmetto State Armory, you can get some of the Magpul furniture on it, and they just kind of include it. I don't even think they make a profit on this stuff. So that's your standard rifle. Now, if you want to go with something a little bit better, then you can. I did this paint job too. How do you like it? This is a custom stock. I got the iron sights on here. I've got a BCM gunfighter charging handle. I've got the aim point T1, the night vision capable one. And I got the Troy vertical grip and a really nice, this is a BCM rifle. And I've got a blue force gear sling on here and a PMag with the Cry clip. Oh baby, don't you guys wish you had some of these? I recommend the Cry clips, you guys, especially for concealment. Dude, your magazines, you can't see them, man. And hey, when you're running just a stock rifle, dude, the thing is just super lightweight. This thing weighs nothing, okay? Weighs nothing. And when you're operating this thing, I mean, you just feel good about it, right? So this will be the upgrade from a standard to something that's gonna be a little bit more accurate and a little bit easier to use, okay? It's more comfortable, it's a little bit heavier, depending on the rail, okay? And depending on some accessories, it can be just as light as a stock AR-15. But I'll tell you this, dude, if you were to give a stock AR-15 to a Marine and you gave a stock AR-15 to just a standard civilian, the Marine is gonna look at that rifle like, man, I learned with this thing. I can use this thing, right? So the whole idea of optics and all this other stuff, yeah, it's better definitely to have the stuff, but a trained up hard Marine or a Ranger or whoever, a SEAL, dude, you give them a stock AR-15, they're gonna get the job done, man. I'm just telling you, it's definitely doable. All this fancy stuff, you don't have to have it. You don't, okay? If you're looking to make a really, really good shot and you don't want to miss, having an optic is a very, very good idea. And if you want to see in the dark, having a flashlight, you know, you might want to have one. So do I have a light on this rifle? I used to, but I took it off and put it on my night vision rifle. I've taken parts off of rifles and swapped everything out, and I kind of made what I want through just different stuff that I've bought over the years, right? So that's what I have. So this is your upgrade, okay? Now, I'll show you the ultimate upgrade. Stand by, I'll be right back. Left my spin drift on the floor. Oh man. Okay, so, this is the best rifle ever. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is your ultimate upgrade, okay? You've got a Surefire Mini 5.56. You've got a Vampire Scout Light, okay? You can see both in daytime or infrared. And this, oh baby, 3,000 bucks for this thing right here. It's not cheap, you guys, but if you've got cash and you want to train up, then you can afford all this stuff. And I got the Unity Tactical switch on here that provides me with light or light and laser, okay? So this button here, I got just light. This button here, I got light and laser. And there's different options on Unity Tactical that you can buy for your rifle to fit your preference, okay? This is a Bravo Company USA. I've got this Troy vertical grip. I've had this thing for about 10 years. I love it. I'll never get rid of it. I do have a couple rubber bands on here to hold my sling in place. As you can see, a couple rubber bands right here. This is my Comp M5, okay? It's about $1,000. It's not cheap, like I said. And I do have backup sights on here. I don't have one on the front actually, but I do have one on the back, and I got the BCM gunfighter charging handle. I've had this stock on here for a long time. And this is a Sierra Attack sling I have on here. This rifle right here is running a lot of money, okay? But this is your next step up from like your optic, and you know, this is not a standard, obviously. This is advanced, I would say. And being a BCM, man, you gotta love Bravo Company USA. This thing is really heavy, but the cool thing I like about it is it's a mid-length gas system. So the recoil with this mini on here is almost like nothing. I don't have much recoil, so therefore I can stay on target all I want. Moving and shooting with this thing is phenomenal. It really, really helps. When you're taking those steps, it really, really helps to have way less recoil. I can stay on target. I don't make all the shots, but I make a lot of them. A lot more of the shots I make with this than I would with one of these standard stock or non-stock rifles. So this thing is by far my favorite weapon to use. And now look, you guys, I know we all want to think positive, and the world is getting more dangerous. We want to be more positive, and we want to dive deeper into our faith, in which we all probably should. But the world's getting more dangerous. And the more we train with these weapons, the more confident you're gonna get in one day you might have to use it. I'm just saying, it's better to have these things than to not. It's better to have them and not need it, right? But if you do need it, thank God you had it. Oh my gosh. I've got a buddy of mine who told me that his wife would rather get raped. Listen, I know that's I don't like saying that word. She would rather have an intruder come into the house and do whatever rather than have a firearm in the home. Let's see if that happens one day and how she'll change her mind. If you're against guns, fine. That's your choice, not mine. If you want to think that way, you're free to think that way. But don't think that just because you think that way means I have to as well. It's guys like us and law enforcement and military that will go save people like that. And at some point, they'll thank whoever for having that gun and coming into the house. And you know what? The cops ain't coming, dude. It'll take cops forever to get to your home. If you're in an area where there's break-ins, you probably should have a firearm. If you're in a wealthy area, I hate to break the news to you, but there's a lot of people coming from the hood to those areas or wherever. I'm not racist against people in the hood. It is what it is, okay? Those places have just, for some reason in our country's history, they've just turned into bad places. And you know, I wish it wasn't like that. We got to give opportunity to everybody. And I don't give a crap what your skin color is. None of that should even matter. We shouldn't look at black people as black people. We wouldn't look at white people as white people. They're people. We're all people here, man. We're all just trying to get by and make everybody's life easier. But at some point in your life, listen, God has given us this Second Amendment for a reason, okay? We're gonna need it at some point. I don't care who the president is. I don't. That doesn't affect my decision on to do anything. It doesn't, okay? But having these things in your cars, if you can carry them in your car, abide by all local state gun laws, just do what you have to. And I get about cheating sometimes, trust me, I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now, in California, Newsom, that pig look, you guys, he's a pig. He's a disgusting globalist pig, and what he's doing is he's making it legal for criminals to do things. They slide, okay? For example, one of the things he was trying to get past the legislature was you cannot hold your ground. You cannot stand your ground. If somebody breaks in your house, you have to let them just break in your house and you have to flee. Imagine that, you flee your own house because of a criminal breaking into your house. He can do whatever to your kids, could do whatever to your wife. You can't have a gun, and if you shoot him, you go to prison, and the guy gets off scot-free. He can sue you, take you to court, you're finished. How do you like that one? Leave it in the comments, man. Leave in the comments how you like these guns. Leave in the comments what you carry and what you recommend as, you know, being just a basic rifle. There's guys out there that watch this channel who need some help, okay? Not only do they need help with these, they need help here, and they need help with working out, getting after it, which I'm gonna show you this rad cold plunge I just bought. Wait till you see this thing. So anyways, get up on your Second Amendment, get that training in. You're gonna need the training, man. It's like a boxer in a fight, right? So are you just gonna get in a ring with a pro boxer and fight? No, you're gonna go to boxing classes, learn how to strike, learn how to keep your hands up, learn how to jab, cross, hook, uppercut, hook, cross, knee, kick. You know, you're gonna wanna learn all these things before you even start to even lightly spar with somebody who knows what they're doing. So gunfighting is the same way. You have to learn the skills and keep repeating the training that you've learned over and over and over and over. See, in class, it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're constantly doing that over and over. You know, combos, jab, cross, you know, cross, hook, cross, hook, cross, hook, cross. You're just doing those things over and over and over, right? And it's just like mag changing, or it's just like taking a knee, reloading at cover. You know, you have to learn all these things to be able to gunfight. If you have all these guns and you have ammo and you don't go train, it's an accident waiting to happen. It's a must that you go and get training. You have to do it. You don't have a choice. Men, take your wife to an outing to go train with firearms. If she's into it, dude, take her. And if she's not, say, honey, I need to do this for the family. I need to do it for myself. I need to be more confident as a man. Honey, I need to go train, and we need to set some money aside so I can go do this, okay? Luckily, my class that's coming up in the next couple months, we're gonna be doing firearms training 3 or 4 times during that week. Okay, so there's gonna be events every single day along with tons of cardio, which you're gonna wish you had never signed up for this class, but you're also gonna wish that you can't wait to make it back for round 2, all right? So it's gonna be a very, very challenging thing, okay? And the firearms training part of it is also gonna be tiring mentally and physically. So this is all gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be kicking some serious tail. All right, this is not going to be like your joke smoke school that you just go to, hang out, do push-ups, sit-ups, sit around a campfire and sing Kumbaya. It ain't going to be like that, right? It's going to be, let's get it now. All right. So, anyways, I'm going to show you my cold plunge. Check this thing out. Oh, by the way, how do you like my new painting? Look at this. Amen. Look at that painting. So you got Jesus, the Lord, holding his sheep, and he's holding off the wolves, and he's got cuts on his arms, he's got cuts all over his hands and his legs, and he's sitting there just defending us from the evil one. How awesome is that? It's absolutely incredible. All right. Check this thing out. All right, ready to see this thing? So this is your cold plunge. And you got a little step here. I put some of my mixed martial arts mats on here to kind of walk on and put my flip-flops on. So I got this thing. Just turn it on. It's set at 39 degrees. It's really cold. And look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so cold. I love this thing. So this is from Cold Life. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I love this thing. I used it for the first time this morning. I was using just a regular horse trough in the backyard for a cold plunge, and that thing's kind of on the back burner now. I'm not really using it. So that being said, oh wait, I need to go over this with you. So handguns, you're gonna need, sorry, I forgot about this. This is a P80. It's a little cheaper than a Glock, The only thing you're really gonna need, you guys, is a pistol and a rifle. Your go-to pistol is gonna be your pistol, right? Let me put you guys back up here. You're gonna need one pistol. That's all you need. And I highly recommend a Glock. I don't recommend SIG or any of those other rifles. I recommend a Glock or a Glock type pistol. This is a pretty good pistol. I've got no issues with it. Really good, solid pistol. It comes with a kind of like a custom frame on it. This is a P80, okay? And what I just picked up was a Glock 43X MOS. I got a Hollow Sun coming for it. I've got extra mags coming for it. And I've got the TLR7 sub coming for this thing. It's gonna be my new carry concealed weapon. And honestly, if your hand fits this thing, all you need is just this. You don't need a big Glock 19X. You don't have to have it. This is 485 bucks for a Glock 43X MOS. That's it, okay? And now I own two of these things, and I'm pretty stoked to have it, right? I wish it would have come with the upgraded sights, but it didn't. You know, I like to have sights that sit just above so I can co-witness with my optic, but it's okay, it doesn't, it's fine. So a pistol, one rifle is really all you need. You don't need a mass collection of guns, okay? You just don't. You need maybe one or two rifles and just one handgun. Take care of them, keep them clean, keep them lubed up, and use them. The more you use these things, the better they run. And you're not gonna go through 100,000 rounds. You're probably not, okay? At most, I've gone through about 50, 60,000 rounds since about 2012, okay? And that doesn't include pistol, okay? I would say about 70 or 80,000 rounds plus that I've gone through, okay? But the new Glock 43X MOS, pretty rad. I'm stoked to have this thing. Like I said, one pistol, one rifle. Don't get crazy. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think, you guys. I'm out of here, I'm going on a run. I'm running a little bit late, but it's okay, it's Saturday. I'm trying to not be in such a big hurry today. I woke up a little bit late, felt good. Legs are tired, it's all good, okay? Next video, I'm gonna be going over some things about a lot of magazines, how I store the magazines, what I keep my stuff in, if I just gotta pick up and go. I'm gonna go over that next, okay? So anyways, you guys, take care of yourself. May the Lord bless you and keep you and be with you all your days. May he run with us, may he sleep with us, and you know, just get us through another day. And we pray that tomorrow's gonna be an awesome day. Men, it's time to train up. It's time to stop the alcohol. It's time to eat well and get off your tail and start grinding and training, okay? You don't have to run 13.5 miles every day. Maybe just do like 6, 7 miles, you know, maybe 4 to 7, okay? Thought I heard something. Don't come in here, get blasted. Just kidding. Alcohol, quit it, man. I drove by a liquor store this morning and I looked to see if it was open early in the morning. Dude, the thing was open early in the morning. Why do you need alcohol at 9 a.m.? You don't. You don't ever need alcohol. I'll tell you right now, you don't need it. Alcohol, bad for you. Tricks for kids. They're not for kids, they're for trash. Throw the tricks in the trash, throw the Doritos in the trash, knock the Cheeto dust off of you, throw those in the trash too. Get yourself some salads, get yourself some cruciferous vegetables, ditch the pizza, start eating healthy. Eggs, meat, chicken, stay away from fish. I mean, if it's wild caught Alaskan salmon, sure, eat it. But fruits, vegetables, if it's got one ingredient, eat it. If it doesn't, try to stay away from it. Now I get it, man. I had some carrot cake last night. It's okay to celebrate whatever. If you've grinded for a whole week and you want a burger on Sunday, send it. Have a burger, but let it be that's just like your treat for yourself. Don't eat the stuff every day. Limit your caloric intake. Get in shape. It's time to be men. All right? I'm out of here. You guys take care. See ya.